going to turn the Zoom stage over to a man who gets 5 stars as a husband, 5 stars as a comic, and hates Scrapple. Jersey Mark.
Hey!
Woo!
I love those
Hey.
sandwiches.
Thanks for having me in your living room on Zoom. This is fantastic. I do want to come out in the audience a little bit, so I'm going to do that. I'm now in your living room. Love being here tonight. It's really been great. You got put it together. You had some great comics so far. Let's hear it for them. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, great looking group out here. This is exciting. Who's having a good time?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I have been looking around at the names, at the photos, and the real thing is you don't know who's in front of a fake background and who is in front of real background. So I have to ask, is it Anne Sophia?
Oui, Anne-Sophie.
Oui? Mademoiselle Sophia, is that a true vineyard behind you, or is that a picture?
The Wi-Fi is great here.
The Wi-Fi?
Excellent. It's a Wi-Fi vineyard. We don't grow grapes, we grow signals.
Okay, so it's not wine that you're doing, it's Wi-Fi?
Wine-fi.
Wi-Fi. Okay. How do you say Wi-Fi in French?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
Oui.
Nuit? So one more time.
Sorry, I'm getting confused.
How do you say Wi-Fi in French?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. So the French have basically taken this word Wi-Fi and just pronounced it like I would if I were pretending I knew how to speak French. Is that like if I were to say TV in French, you know how I would say it? I would say TV, or is that maybe in Spanish, Japanese? So I think that I love the way I love your accent. First of all, that is fantastic.
Merci, Mark. Merci from Jersey.
Yes, I am Jersey Mark, and I do love the fact you are being the traditional French person and now having a cigarette. Is that filtered or unfiltered?
Oh, no, there is a filter. It's 2021 now, you know what I'm saying?
So do most people when they're smoking have a filter on their cigarettes, or is it like just not, is still unfiltered?
Most people, we have the filter, yes. It's better for the children.
So the children smoke filtered cigarettes and the adults smoke unfiltered? Yeah,
no, we smoke filter also for the children because we share.
Well, that's healthy.
Of course. It's better if I have a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the best for the children, the filtered cigarettes or the unfiltered, or maybe just not smoke at all in front of around the kids. I gotta tell you though, it's funny that you talk about smoking. When I was a kid, my dad was a heavy smoker. He was also a heavy drinker. We won't talk about that at the moment, but he was a heavy smoker. And he would get us all in the station wagon. I came from a family with 6 kids. We'd all get in this big station wagon. He would roll the windows up because he had to prove that he had air conditioning in the car. A lot of people don't know, like now every car has air conditioning, right? Back then, children, there were cars that did not have air conditioning. I am not making this up. So people without air conditioning wanted to pretend that they had air conditioning so that they could seem rich. They would roll the windows up on the hottest freaking day of the year so that other people would see them driving down the street and think they had air conditioning. My dad would do that and then light up about 10 cigarettes. We'd all be in this fog in the car. He could barely see to drive. I don't even know how we didn't have an accident. And he could barely see to drive, smoking like a chimney. And thank you very much for sharing that with us and sharing your cigarette. Please have a glass of wine, cigarette, raise a glass. I'm having a toast in your honor. Thank you. Let's share it, friend. All right. So who else do we have on the call? We have, I cannot believe this, and I am not making this up. I see someone. Now I can't find them. I saw their name before. There was a gentleman here named Mark, and he had the exact same name as the person I work for. And I was actually thinking that it was my boss on the call. So I was about to like really get freaked out because I was like, okay, I was going to do all these boss jokes about where I work, and now I was going to have to turn them into compliments. But there was a guy on here, Mark Rohde. Did anyone see that name? Mark Rohde?
Yeah, he was a friend of mine. He left.
That is my boss's name. I kid you not.
I saw him taking notes.
Is
I
your
shit you not. I would
is
not
your
make
boss
that
an
up.
accountant?
Hilarious.
He's a CPA.
Oh my God. Well, now I can say he's a fucking asshole. I can say that.
Think about your boss or her friend.
But they're probably both. I think it's just, I just think it's the name. No, I'm serious. My name is Mark, so I cannot, on another fellow Mark, I cannot say negative things. Every person I know named Mark has been really good. Unless they spell their name with a C. Then you got to watch out. Those guys are assholes. It's bad. It's bad. Does anyone here have trouble with people pronouncing their name? Like I see one person with a very difficult name there. I think I'm going to try and pronounce it. John, is that how, did I get it right?
That's close enough.
Okay. All right. I'm really embarrassed because a lot of people, mispronounce. I have a brother named John, first of all. So I like the name. It's, it's biblical. I think it means in Greek, I think it means kinky, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Hey, what?
My name is Mark. It's also a biblical name. You've got a lot of people named Mark, right? There was another one that was on this video conference here, and it's a pretty common freaking name. I moved to the Philadelphia area about I guess it's been now 20 years. I've been down in the Philadelphia area over 20 years. And all of a sudden, people start calling me Merk. And I'm like, have you ever met anyone freaking named Merk? And I'm like, what is wrong with you people? And I realized it's the Philadelphia accent. They mispronounce a lot of the vowel sounds here in Philadelphia, so that when I'm speaking, their Philadelphia ears can't hear my name. And I'm like, Merk, what do you? So then I started listening to how they pronounce different things. And, like I'll say, oh, can I have a glass of water? And they're like, water? What, with like 2 A's, 2 D's, and like an ER, and the fuck you is silent. It's just like crazy how they pronounce things here. I couldn't believe it. So John, where are you from? You said Great Britain or Australia, or is that Sidekick that's Australian?
No,
I'm Australian.
I'm British. I'm from.
You're British, John?
Yeah.
So when you say British, I always get this confused. Is it Great Britain, as in you could be from Wales, you could be from Scotland, you could be from, or are you from England?
I'm from England.
Okay. All right. Well,
My mother is Irish, so I consider myself more British than English.
Okay. Well, now how does that work? Like with Northern Ireland and kind of like the Republic of Ireland.
How long have you
How
got?
does that work? Like now they're kind of getting along, or what's the
It
story?
doesn't work. Nori, it doesn't work.
It's basically Northern Ireland is part of the UK,
Okay.
and the Southern Ireland or area or the Republic of Ireland is its own country.
All right. Well, I love the fact that like when I was younger, there was always like violence going on, and I know there's still tension, but a lot of that seems like it was resolved, and I don't know exactly how they did it, but I love big ideas like that because I think that we got to get more people to follow that model. Like, they like hate each other. They were like going at it like this, boom, boom, boom. And somehow they got together. And I think we got enough problems in the world. We got to solve them, right? So I said, look, Mark Wilkins, what could I do? What could I do, Mark, to make the world a better place? And I said, you know what? Just start small. Take a problem that we've got, start small, and then go from there. But every little problem. So you know what? I decided I'm going to start small, and I decided to solve a problem. So I started with Middle East peace, right? So right here on this call tonight, you're going to hear the whole reason that we can do. I'm sorry, I heard somebody say something in there. Who was that?
Oh, I just said that ain't small.
Are you talking about my body parts, or are we still talking about Middle East peace? What are you talking about, John?
I don't even.
Is that what you call them, Mark? The Middle East
peace?
peace?
Offended, or if I should be complimented, or if I should, private text you my number. I'm not sure. What's going on there?
Your piece from the Middle East?
Yeah, my little piece in the Middle East. So John, you know, do you ever think about like big ideas? What's your thing that you would solve if you could solve anything in the world? What would it be?
Parking.
Literacy.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
fault.
We had two things going.
Which John? John with the exclamation or me?
Jean Leroux,
Oh.
which I think is French, and you may have lived next door to Aunt Sophie at one point.
Well, my big issue would be literacy.
Literacy. Can you write that for me?
Actually, as soon as you asked that, I was like, damn, I hope I don't have to spell it. But yeah, it's knowledge.
Hey,
Applied knowledge is
I am
power.
just glad that you care about people. You picked a good topic. It's gonna help somebody. Sometimes you ask people, will you help anybody? And they're like, yeah, I just want to help me. I want to win the lottery ticket. It's like, nah, let's help some other people. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna get to solve Middle East. You're gonna hear this here tonight first, people. We're gonna take all the leaders in Israel. We're gonna take the cabinet. We're gonna take Netanyahu. We're gonna put them in a big conference room, okay? Then we're going to get all the Palestinian leaders. We're going to take all of them, Abahu. We're going to take all of them. We're going to grab all their leaders. We're going to put them in a conference room, right? We're going to lock the doors. We're going to lock the doors. This is not going to get violent. Don't worry. This is not going to get violent. We are then going to let them stay there for like 2 days. No food, no water. They're going to get really, really hungry. They're going to get really thirsty. We're finally going to go in. And we're going to have all this catered food, right? We're going to have these dishes. The caterer comes in. He's got all these crates. Everyone's going to be starving. We're going to take the covers off these food dishes. And you know what's going to be there? Bacon. Bacon. Because both sides don't like bacon. They're both going to go, oh, my God, I can't believe this. Oy vey, oy vey. And everyone's going to be pissed off. But they're not going to be pissed off at each other. They're going to be pissed off at the caterer, right? So now they got one common enemy. The caterer is going to be running around like for his life. They got one common enemy, and the caterer is going to get killed. There's no question about it. But needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, right? So one small sacrifice, we'll give him up, and pretty soon, then everyone's getting along, and they're all eating bacon, right? Because who doesn't love bacon? You gotta love bacon.
Yeah.
And
Peace in the Middle East.
Peace in the Middle East. I love it. It's a new name for my plan. Who said that?
It'd be me.
Who's me?
Katie's sidekick.
Sidekick.
Crocodile Dundee is very, very clever. Very clever.
Very
good
cool.
job.
All right.
That's not a solution. This is a
So
solution.
sidekick. I have to ask sidekick. I love it. But who's your superhero besides me? Who's your superhero?
My superhero.
Well, if you're a sidekick, don't you have to have a superhero?
No, I'm all sidekick. My phone's a sidekick.
Oh, I see.
I'm
Okay.
superhero.
Gotcha. All right.
Jersey
So-
Mark, you've solved peace in the Middle East. So I don't know if we can top that. I mean, we can talk more with John with the exclamation point about Ireland, but for now we solved the Middle East. So woo!
Next time we'll come back. We'll do more bacon jokes. All right. Thanks, everybody. That was my time. I'm getting cold. Good night.
All right.
So give it up for Merck, everybody. Give it up for Merck.
Jersey
Excellent.
Merc.